My prayer is very clear. We are not asking anything except,
I have raised
the
preliminary
prayer is, we are
objections.
not asking anything specific except that a commissioner inquiry be set up and the matter be undertaken. May I read it? Issue a writ of mandamus or any other writ directing the respondents to formulate, execute a commission under the monitoring of this honorable court to consider the legitimate and rightful demands of the CNC and the internal political self-determination rights under the Constitution of India. Now, before the commission, they can make these submissions, and all the impleaders can go there and make these submissions. It is basically in order to clarify the issues which have been raised, because now we have also been directed by this honorable court to make the Ministry of Tribal Affairs also to be brought in, and hence this is probably the last we will have of any, because all other tribal elements have got what they want under 244. So therefore, this one has been there for some time, and it needs to be there to consider, and particularly since it was at one stage a complete state by itself with the very distinguished people, but they are a distinctive group, they are a tribal group, and they need to be given the facilities which the tribal groups are given in the Constitution.
By asking for geopolitical autonomy, you mean the statehood?
Separate statehood.
No, within the state, that is also stated very clearly.
Lord, I have raised preliminary objections regarding maintainability of this petition, locus of the petition.
Therefore, we are asking
Yes.
Mr. Swamy that whether it means
No,
granting full-fledged statehood or not.
And
not at
the
all.
Prayers,
We have said it very clearly within
whether such a prayer
within
can
the
be granted.
Constitution of India.
Is seeking mandamus.
No, all that we are
Maybe-
praying is
maybe
our
there's a-
application may be
Maybe
allowed.
this is,
We'll come on record. We'll file our objections. We are ready to address the matter on merits.
this
I-
can be done in the
And court
coming.
can-
State has filed a comprehensive objections, Lord. Your Lordship.
But in the pleadings, they are seeking the relief of recognizing themselves as scheduled tribe persons.
No, they are
No, no, no.
seeking to constitute a commission to recognize them.
Formation.
Sir, Dr. Malin's case has already decided the courts have no jurisdiction to go into the question whether X should be considered as a scheduled tribe or scheduled caste.
Let us see, let us see. Because immediately by granting this prayer,
Yeah.
no injury will be caused to your client.
It will be
Only
caused.
when
It will be caused for the simple reason. We are tribes already living in the district.
We are not saying anything. His prayer is, we are yet to consider, his prayer is
No, all that I am
Kindly
praying
see-
is,
formation of the commission.
no, with
By that-
with due
And a
respect,
commission,
No, no,
and a
no.
commission
Our
can
applications-
consider everything.
our applications may be allowed. We will file our objections.
That exercise has been already come. Lord, we have filed, they have.
Let us see, let us see. Let him-
Sir,
Mr.
6
Swamy,
months
let
ago,
us
I
see.
filed the application. Till this day, no objections are filed. So kindly allow my applications.
No, my, petition
I'll
had to
file
be
my
amended,
objection to the writ
bring in
petition.
the
Court?
Ministry of.
Who are you?
We are the original inhabitants of Kodagu district. The scheduled castes and scheduled tribes of Kodagu district. We constitute about 30% of the population. We are vitally affected by because there are several such claims. Court may kindly take note of them. Belgaum, there is a claim by Marathas claiming a similar relief. Originally a princely state, Part C,
Part C system.
Part C state,
Like Kutch.
Kutch.
Ah, right,
Yes.
that's-
After reorganization of states, it was merged. One of the 5 parts that were merged in the new state of Mysore.
So again, you are seeking statehood. Part C.
No, there's no statehood at all. Absolutely.
Part C itself is about.
Only commission, and the commission can decide anything they want, subject to the, it is after all going to be monitored by the court. There's no question of another state. It's a issue is that, as in other cases, they should be within the state have certain privileges which a tribal body needs or tribal associations need to further them. In fact, your lordship, if I may refer to your brother, honorable judge, there was a Kodava matter which had come before you. I don't know whether you remember,
I
in
remember.
which you said give backward class.
Every
is-
word in
that
that judgment I remember.
That is pending before the Honorable Supreme Court.
That's all right. It is, but we are right now with the High Court. How can you suddenly dismiss it and say?
It is
this pending?
SLP 002925.
Anything can be pending in the
That
Supreme
issue
Court.
is pending
The
before
issue
Honorable
is that these are matters that need to be
Court
discussed
of-
in a cool manner outside the court. And the commission is the obvious place to do it. And that's all we are suggesting. We are not suggesting either this or that or binding the commission in any other way.
for firearms.
No, that's
the benefit,
miss.
no. No, sir.
Your lordship, this is not the way.
No.
If you have
No,
a
that was the
prejudice
sub-
against
That
them,
that was the
against
substance
the
of the
Kodavas,
matter.
please don't say these things.
It was.
They are only on certain occasions, they bring
Writ
out.
petition was
And that is
against their
and
right to carry on.
women of the society there, they are the ones who take the gun around. It's only in festival occasions. There's no demand at all that they should be allowed to carry weapons around. Absolutely not. So these are the propaganda that has been going on against the Kodavas.
Bring into your prayer about the constitution. It's not necessary to coordinate some statutory framework. You to raise your grievance on some statutory framework. Which is that statutory framework on the basis of which you can plead
These
and
things.
seek the prayer
You,
like to be addressed.
yes, you may give me some time for that. We'll file an affidavit and
Factual aspects we may go through pleading. But for a commission to be constituted by
Which
the
law?
court- by the courts order, there has to be.
So legal framework is necessary.
legal framework. On
Eh,
which we
eh,
can pass law.
certainly we will
Statement of
expect.
If I may say
objection,
so,
I raised
even
the
that
first
issue
round.
is covered by a judgment.
Yes, your last may kindly peruse the para 2 of my statement of objection.
If I may refer to section, Article 244, the
Para 2,
24A.
page number 2. Petitioner herein has existing right. Neither have the petitioner substantiated the respective statute or provisions of Constitution of India which entails
There might
any
not be,
legitimate.
there might not be a statute directly governing the thing. But for a prayer of appointment of commission to be granted and to be constituted by court's order, what are the statutory things to be satisfied by all of us,
Yes.
not only by the petitioner. So that we would like to be
Yes.
enlightened.
We'll file an affidavit on that.
The Commissions of Inquiry Act 1952 is the only act.
That is
which-
what, that is what indirectly.
It is not a justiciable issue at all. No, nobody can demand a commission to be
So
constituted.
this might travel in the realm of the Commission of Inquiry Act also.
Yes, yes.
Yes, 1952 Act.
So those parameters we have to be considered. In light of the special facts, of course.
So therefore, my application may kindly be allowed. I'll file my objections to the matter may be heard anytime.
Yes,
They have not filed any objections. 6 months are over.
If this is to be commenced today, then we may commence and will be heard. If
yes.
it is to be postponed to any another date, if the petitioner wants, then whatever
Very well.
suits all of you.
We can
Very well.
grant a short date. I'll be pleased to come before the vacation.
But
Impleadment application.
Impleading application, Dr. Swamy,
Yes,
impleading application we can allow so that he also, it will have matter because it's a PIL
yes.
and there will be a greater audience. All
As-
cross sections of
as you're-
people, all that way it appears that.
We welcome that and we have no objection.
So we'll pass the order.
There's also an application by Kodo Samaj Milot, IA number 1, which is for impleading Kodo Samaj in this particular matter as petition
You
number
also
3.
want to be impleaded,
Petitioner number 3.
whatever Samaj.
Please, Milots.
Dr. Swamy, there is another application.
Yes. And
How many impleading
But he is
applications? are-
supporting, that's why he's on this
No, we
side.
do not know. In the PIL, there is nothing like supporting or opposing at all.
Well, he's,
Every- like
see,
the
he's saying
partition
more or
suits
less the same thing
Same.
that I'm saying.
We need not ask whether to be granted.
I beg your pardon, your lordship.
Pass the order in both the applications.
No objection.
Next date would be
The
also subsequently known or?
No, whichever suits all of you.
Because they have to file objections. Now they
I'll-
are parties.
We'll file our objections.
The maintainability issue may be kept open, but we have taken.
Everything is open.
Open, we are not closing.
Ninth of
19th is,
29th of May.
29th of May, yes, absolutely.
Could it be 1
It
week
happens to be my
later?
wife's birthday, but that's all right.
Could it be 1 week later? We don't want to deny our learned friend the pleasure of celebrating the birthday of his.
Is it a birthday?
1 week later, that will suit us.
Is it the
also.
birthday?
29th of May
Oh,
happens
29th
to
is
be
all
his
right.
wife's birthday.
then we'll not,
29th is all right.
then we'll not keep, we'll not trouble you.
No, no, 29th is all right.
No, Professor wants.
1 week, 1 week
1 week
later.
more,
1
okay.
week.
So,
1 week.
1 week.
yes, in fact, the election results will be also out and
5th of
there'll be
June,
less tension in the country.
5th of June,
Very well.
5th of
Published.
Petitioner has
obliged,
to amend the
Your
cost title. Petitioner has to amend the cost title. Because we are
Yes.
going with the application.
Completing
We'll
4 to
undertake
8 will be response.
2/8.
The name of the council was not shown properly. The spelling of,
Spelling, spelling correct ಆಗಿ ಬರೀಬೇಕು.
Much.
obliged.
One small thing we wanted to know,
Please.
can government constitute commission, the body of the kind which Dr. Swamy has prayed for? The horse 1952 Act. Commission of Commission.
244E.
Sir, the field
So
is,
independent of that act also that power exists.
the field is occupied by the commissions of inquiry. So therefore, they will have to come within the,
Occupied field.
yes, it's an occupied.
So we are parallelly legislating if there is a parallel path.
If there is.